Feel like it's totally normal to feel like a different person half of the month, or to break out those fat jeans second half of the month, or just to sort of tell people to steer clear of you a little bit half of the month, or even to have this expectation to listen to your friends who are in their late 20s, early 30s to just start their IVF process because they're having trouble getting pregnant, or to hear friends talking about how their sex drive is missing in action, they don't have the energy they once did, and they're not that old. Well, this is happening far too often, and I'd like to get to the bottom of it. Some of the most powerful things in nature have to do with cycles, like the moon cycles, the tides, the Hoover Dam, the vector forces on a bicycle that create forward momentum. All of these things are cyclical based. And it started to dawn on me that we women have this natural form of cyclical energy inside of our body. We call it a period, but I'm actually thinking of it more these days as a natural form of biotechnology that allows us to be really, really powerful. Now, of course, I wasn't thinking about my period being a natural form of biotechnology or cyclical power until mine broke down. And of course, if you want to picture me as I was 15 years ago, I was 200 pounds, covered chest, base, and back in painful cystic acne. I wasn't getting my period. I was exhausted, depressed, and felt like there was just a mystery of something that was wrong with me. And I felt really, really isolated, not knowing what was wrong with me and not having any answers. When I finally figured out that I had something called polycystic ovarian syndrome, of course, I threw myself into trying to figure out how to get better. And I never anticipated my period becoming the holy grail of my life, but it ended up being that way because I found that by partnering with my cycle with food and lifestyle, that not only was I able to clear up my symptoms in the short term, but for the past 15 years, I've been living a life of creating powerful forward momentum in my career, in my relationships, and certainly in my health, all because I've been able to leverage this natural power source in my body that we call the cycle. So I put together this protocol that helps women recalibrate their endocrine system and reboot it from the inside out. And I remember when I was unwell, I remember thinking to myself, I wish there was someone who could just reach out a hand and help guide me through this process of going from feeling really unhealthy to healthy. For the past 10 years, I've had this great clinical practice helping women with menstrual issues, fertility issues, and low libido, low energy issues. And in the past year, what's been really cool is we've developed this tech-based version of the program so that you can, like Rosetta Stone for your ovaries, log in, do the protocol from the comfort of your own home, and feel better sooner. It's been amazing to help women in 6 continents start to take advantage of their hormonal health and start to leverage the power that's inside of their bodies. Let's just talk about the cycle for a minute. You have these 4 distinct phases, and I teach all about this in my book, Woman Code, and in the Woman Code system online. But I want you to know right now for sure what they are. You have your follicular phase, your ovulatory phase, your luteal phase, and your menses. And each of these 4 phases have distinct hormonal ratios that give you access to a whole different set of biochemistry and neurochemistry that allow you to engage in different ways in your life at different times. And of course, it makes total sense that you would want to eat differently and exercise differently, have sex differently, have different conversations based on where you are in the cycle if you want to lean into the power that that cycle provides you. It's such a joy to see women use this technology to be able to heal their conditions in the short term, but then also really start to launch powerfully into leadership in their lives and create change in any area they so choose. From where I stand, women really deserve a new normal in the way that they feel. They deserve to feel good all month long, and it's great to be able to use food to change your hormonal destiny. But there's more than that, and I know that you want more. I know you want to be able to create change in every area of your life. And if you can lean into your hormonal, cyclical, natural, powerful biotechnology that's inside of your body and get access to that, then you can really become that powerful change agent that you would like to be. So read Woman Code, share it with a girlfriend or a sister or a coworker who you know intuitively might be having issues with her period or fertility or her sex drive or her energy or her mood. And start to spread the good word that we can actually change the way that we feel and that we do deserve to feel great all month long. And let me know what you think. Post a comment below and write to us and tell us about your experience of getting in the flow and accessing your woman code.